Hello, my wonderful artists. This is CT Woods with CT Woods Art, and I wanted to come to you today to make a quick video just to give you some tips and tricks on just basic managing your oil painting palettes. This is just a short video just to give you an updated tip that may help you out because it's something that when I learned from other artists, it helped me along the way. Without further ado, just a quick tip and quick video. And I always try to promote the use of the glass palette. And this is something that I've been using for a long time. So, on the glass palette, a lot of artists, even including myself, after I'm done with a painting session, maybe a day or two or a day or whatever, I would come in here with a razor blade and just scrape all this paint off, put it in a big napkin, roll it up, and throw it away. Well, what I've learned in later months is to don't do that. Just leave the paint on the palette. And one of the things that I learned is that you can just take the same color and squirt a fresh line of paint right on top of the dried paint. And when you do that, somehow or another, you want that stiffer paint underneath to be with the looser paint because in some instances you want to be able to use that stiffer paint because it doesn't have as much medium in it and the flowing part of it is gone and it has more tinting and also coverage strength. So keep your older paint that's kind of semi dry and use it along with the new paint, and you'll find that there'll be times when this older, harder paint that's kind of semi-wet will benefit when you're painting your portraits and your paintings. So just a quick tip is don't clean your palette off. This can stay like this for months. So you want to try to keep this paint, preserve it, and add to it as you paint your paintings, and you'll find that this older paint is beneficial to you. So never throw this away. When it get to a point where it's so big and enormous, you can scrape it off and clean it then and start over. But just from day to day or week to week, kind of keep this paint around. And it's hard for me because I like a clean palette, but as I've been painting and my workflow, I've found out that this works better for me. And then also, you don't waste as much paint. And just another quick tip is that it doesn't take a whole lot of oil paint to paint a painting as much as it does acrylic. So be careful on how much you're squirting out. Most of the time now, and I'm in the process of painting a huge painting. So these big gobs of oil paint you see, I'm going to use them. But in normal circumstances where you're painting a 24 by 30 or a 20 by 16 or 8 by 10, you only need a dot of oil paint with the medium to paint with. So be careful on how much paint you actually squirt out. And just to recap, try to keep your paint on your palette as long as possible and just add fresh paint on top of it of that same color, and you'll find that there'll be uses for that older paint in the painting. Now, it is going to have some crumbs and stuff in it, and a lot of people that kind of gets on the artist's nerves when they put those crumbs, and we in the artist world we call them boogers, but when you put them on the canvas and you see them, you just turn your brush sideways at an angle and you just scrape across and it comes right off. You do that with brush, bristle hairs and all of that. And it comes straight off, and then you just wipe it on a napkin or on a towel or whatever, and you can keep moving. And then if you ever miss one and it dries, just take your palette knife, which I do that anyway. Whenever I come into the studio, the first thing that I do before I start painting is I take my palette knife and scrape the entire painting to make sure that all of the crumbs and lumps of paint are off. And it's best to do it while the painting is fresh and wet, because if you wait till it dries, it's almost virtually impossible to get it off. So once again, tuning in, and we hope that you I got something from these tips, and we hope that you learned something today that will help you have a better workflow in the studio. Until next time, you all be blessed, and I want to tell you to make sure that you continue to create and put one painting out at a time to light up the world. C.T. Woods Art. Bye bye.